Sue. As part of our February initiative of Self-Care Equals Self-Love, the self-care habit that I want to share with you today is painting my nails. So I know it seems just purely aesthetic and really superficial, which, okay, guilty as charged. But for me, it comes from a deeper place. Like so many kids, I developed a habit of biting my nails really young. However, I took it a step further and I would actually end up tearing at the skin around my nails and even onto my fingertips. It was really painful and just a huge problem. I worked really hard to get over the habit. I can't remember when or how exactly, but I do remember that some of my family members tried to help me out. My mom actually put Tabasco sauce on my fingers so that every time my fingers got close to my face, I was quickly reminded that they're not supposed to be there. And my grandfather offered to pay me $1 for every fingernail that I grew past my fingertip. I made no money there either. Eventually I outgrew this bad habit, thank goodness, only to find that it remanifested in my life as an adult as I became more anxious or typically showed up when I was sort of unconsciously toiling. So computer work often would bring this up for me. And again, like it wasn't necessarily biting my nails, but I would work at the cuticles and any rough edges to the extent that I was causing myself, again, a lot of pain. And so I really needed to examine this behavior and see what is this a manifestation of? And what it looked like for me was sort of a reflection of my mental landscape. So I was quite literally picking on myself. I was beating myself up. And that broke my heart to notice that it's showing up on my hands, but it's really what's happening in my head. And so having this new angle of this behavior really helped me to overcome it in the sense that I needed to care for them instead. And so instead of putting myself down and just thinking negatively or stewing and thinking, woe is me, I'm not good enough, or I'm not this or that, or worthy of taking care of, I did exactly that. So now I choose to really nourish my hands and make sure that my cuticles are cared for. And I choose to keep my nails really glossy because I don't want even a little chip. Even a little chip, I'm like, no. And I want to redo them because I love when they look beautiful and cared for. And it again just prevents me from reverting to one of those bad habits. Now, I do choose products that are typically vegan and utilize fewer chemicals and are cruelty-free. So some of my favorites are Essie, Olive and June are pretty great. And of course, Tailor Made Polish, which is right downtown in Easton. She does a wonderful job and is another female entrepreneur. So go Vanessa. The other thing that I like to do is really invest in some beautiful hand lotions to, again, keep my hands nice and moisturized and the cuticles as well. And it also just feels like a really beautiful treat. So one of my favorites is Deep Sleep Cocoon. It's like this beautiful lavender and patchouli scent that I put on right before bed and it just lulls me to sleep. And it's just a really sweet end of the day for me. And so, yes, take care of your nails, do it, treat yourself to a home mani. There are beautiful products to help you with that, including right downtown in Easton. You can make your own polish with Vanessa too, which is super rad. But otherwise, I would say do kind of think about your habits as a reflection of what's going on in your head, because sometimes it's hard to parse out our thought processes and really see how we treat ourselves. We can get really clever about reasoning away some of what's running in the background. And for me, when I'm looking at my daily habits and trying to create balance in my life in all areas, something that often comes up for me is the idea of the way you do something is the way you do everything. And so choosing to take the time and put the effort into caring for my little nails, I think speaks a lot about what I'm willing to do in other areas as well. So thanks for listening, and I hope it's some food for thought. Namaste.